little something talking about crowd noise, because it was different. You guys played in front of the crowd versus last year where you didn't. Was there any communication issues at all? Was it hard dealing or adjusting to having all that noise where you did last year?
I wouldn't say so. I think with the group of guys we have, we know crowd noise or not, communication is a big deal, so we emphasize that, and we haven't had any issues.
Looking back on Saturday's film, how do you think you played overall?
Pretty solid. There's always a few things I wish I could have back, a few miscommunications, and we're getting those cleaned up. That's part of the game, and I'm glad we put them on film so we can get them fixed. It's always better after a win, right?
What's your early impression? Have you been able to study Buffalo at all? What do you kind of think of what they show on defense?
Yeah, well, they're an athletic, talented group, and they're going to be ready to play. They played a really good, solid first game. Obviously put up a lot of points on Wagner, I believe. And they're going to come in here and challenge us, so we have to be ready to go.
I know you guys are prepping for every game like it's a big game, but is it easy now in college football to realize that the gap between so-called haves, the Power Fives, and those that aren't is lessened?
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw it was a great week of college football last week, and you saw Montana beat Washington, and you saw schools from FCS to non-Power 5 schools. I mean, it's like you alluded to, it's more of a level playing field now than ever, and anyone can beat anyone on any given Saturday, so you have to be ready to go.
So what did you notice about maybe the knowledge level that Samari and Marquise had when they came here? They played at other schools for 3-4 years. What did you learn? What did you notice about how much they knew about the collegiate game?
Yeah, well, it definitely helps in that transition to understanding the playbook, knowing how to play football, knowing what it's like to play big-time college football. There's definitely an element to that I think has helped their transition and made them able to play right away.
How much are you able to watch other games? I mean, is that something you do, or do you want to stay away from, or how do you work with
Yeah, it depends. It all depends. Maybe if we're coming off a tough loss, I don't necessarily want to go watch football right away. I might take a break and then watch it at night. But I love the game. I love college football. I love NFL. So, when Minnesota and Ohio State was playing, I was watching that game. And it's fun. It's what it's about. So I try. It's not like I sit down and probably watch an entire day on Saturday. I have my own game, have my own things to focus on. So.
What do you think about Logan played on Saturday?
It was awesome. Awesome getting to see him get out there and just enjoy playing the game. Thought he made some really nice decisions, and I know he was happy that he got to go out there and showcase his skills a little bit.
Why is that important for him? What reasons?
Yeah, well, as opposed to, someday say he gets his first start and, that's the first time he ever gets in a college game. I think just getting his feet under him a little bit and seeing what it's like playing in front of Memorial and having that type of environment, I think it's big for a young guy, and just a little confidence boost as well. A little assurance comes along with that.
Do you have any feedback for him afterward?
Yeah, of course, but nothing I have to share with you guys. So.
Adrian, they gave some tickets to some younger kids who don't necessarily always get to go to Husker games. Did you get to meet any of them?
Yeah, I got to talk with some of the kids that were a part of the road race the day before, and there was a lot of noise made about the sellout streak and the amount of fans that were going to be in the stands, and you can focus on that side, or there's the other side where, man, what an opportunity some of these kids who have never been able to come to a game got. After the game, I got to take a picture with the Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln. You could just see the joy on their faces, how much it meant to them to be there. They'd never experienced anything like that. And I'm just blessed to be in the position that I'm in to have that sort of impact. It was amazing, and I hope they enjoyed it. And I know there were countless other kids who got that first opportunity on Saturday, and it's something to cherish, something that's special.
What kind of seeds is that plant, do you think, for some of these kids?
Yeah, well, maybe for some of them it gives them a goal, something to shoot for, something to aspire to. And hopefully myself and the other teammates were good examples of what young men should look like and how they should act. Maybe they didn't know that was something that was attainable for them, and they're getting to see that on full display in Lincoln, Nebraska. So pretty cool stuff.
Adrian, we talk about the running game and how beneficial it is when it's working, how beneficial it is for you in passing, but if you can explain to the average fan, like, why is that so important?
Yeah, well, it's huge. I'd say it's the foundation of our offense, of most offenses. You get the run game going, the defense, you're no longer as predictable, Get the defense on their toes a little bit. They have to defend the run. And it's big for our O-linemen, big for pass rush. It's monumental for the entire offense.
How do you think Steph played on Saturday?
Yeah.
And how good is it to have a workhorse back?
100%, yeah. And, someone else had asked it earlier, but he has experience playing in college football, and getting his feet under him here at Nebraska, I think it was big for him this last game, and it's huge for our backfield to have a guy who can take a lot of carries. But I know there are other guys in that room as well who will be ready if needed.
Hey, you guys are going to wear the alternate uniforms this week. What are your thoughts on jerseys you'll be wearing?
Could you repeat the last part?
What do you think of the jerseys you guys are going to be wearing?
They're sweet. I mean, did you see Damian Jackson, his little video? I mean, it's awesome. I'm excited about it. Anytime we get a chance to wear alternates, it's a pretty cool deal for us. So have to make the most of it and win the game. That's what it's really about.
You're obviously so young, but 20 years ago, 9/11, what kind of impact does it have on not just you, but your generation? A lot of people in this room lived through it, but what's the impact on you?
Yeah. Just for a reference, I was born in 2000. So hopefully that makes some of you guys feel old. But yeah. But yeah, it's an important part of our culture. And something that we grow up in schools with every year, and something we'll never forget. I got the chance to visit New York and visit the Twin Towers, the memorial, which is very special for me, and it's huge. And they have, just thousands of names across that structure there, and it's a big part of America, and I'm thankful we get to represent in some form and hopefully make those proud that served.
You said on Saturday you were more calm than the week prior. What's the key for you to find that feeling each week?
Yeah, and searching for that and have found it. It's the key for me is just continuing to study in the film room and trust my teammates is the big thing. Trust that they're going to do their jobs and I have a job to do myself.
Why is the film part so important?
Makes things a little less, the defense is going to do what they're going to do. You can't necessarily predict always what they're going to be in, but it makes things a little more predictable on my end. And you strive, the quarterback position is a bit of a thinking position, but you don't want to think too much, right? So taking a little bit of that equation out of it and things becoming easier on that end when you spend more time in the film room.
What do you think of how the offensive line is gelling as a unit chemistry-wise?
Yeah, I feel really good about that room right now and the culture that they're setting. Continuing to build, it's an ever-going process, and that group's only getting better. Thank you.